Welcome back to the Watchlist. It's been a minute, but tonight we have Marc Anthony from Johnson High School, 6'8" senior, and man, he can really dominate a court. Uh, it's fun to watch, uh, and I thank you for joining us here tonight, Mark.
Sir, thank you for having me.
You know, when we look around the city, there's not many guys your size. There's not many guys with size with your guard skills. When did you first start working on the perimeter of your game at your height?
I would say around eighth, ninth grade. Really, I really started honing in on those ball handling skills, making the difficult passes, and really my perimeter shot and off the dribble, off screens, being able to make reads. I feel like I really started honing in on that eighth, ninth grade. So that's when I really started.
All right, man. So Johnson's system is giving you freedom on the wing.
Yes, sir.
How has that shaped your confidence as a playmaker?
Oh, I mean, it's helped me so much. I think last year it started growing a lot because I had a bunch of pieces around me, so where I didn't have to be the score at all games. So being able to make the reads when people would start doubling and stuff like that, it helped me a lot. And this year is going to be even more beneficial that I can make those reads because all the attention is going to be towards me this year again. So I'm going to have to be able to make those reads, get my shooters open, while also being able to get to the rim and find my stuff too. So it's going to be very important to stay a playmaker.
You know what, man? I like to tell this story. Like the first time I really got to see you play, a guy runs down the middle of the lane, coming up to dunk the ball, and like you got on top of it, and like you blocked it, but you blocked it in the sense that like you went straight to the ground, man. That was pretty dope when that happened. So I was talking about whenever that guy at TABC like 2 years ago, when that guy was running at the rim like he was gonna try to dunk on you, and like you didn't just block it, but you like blocked him into the ground.
Oh yeah,
That's my
yeah.
first impression of marketing. All right, man. So who's been most influential in helping you grow into that guard forward hybrid role?
I would definitely say my dad because he's been in that scene. He's played college basketball, so he know what it takes to get there, and he knows the position I'm gonna play in college. So this whole time, probably from quarantine to now, he's always guided me in the right direction where I need to do, what it takes to get there, the lifting, the shooting mechanics, like all that. Like I think in quarantine, I had literally like reconstructed my entire jump shot to where it is now, and from seventh to now, my jump shot has just gotten better. So. Oh, that's all to him.
That's awesome, man. I know I've spoken to him a couple times on the phone, spoken to your mom before, and I know they're 100% behind you, man.
So,
So, what do you feel people misunderstand about taller players who can handle and shoot the ball?
I think it's like off of rip. Like they look at them and they think, oh, like he's automatically a post or he's a 4 or 5. He can't like really do too much. But honestly, I feel like the game has changed so much to the point where like people my height are point guards now, and
Yeah.
it's just something I have to get used to. And I think the more like the game's evolving, like everybody's gonna like slowly get used to it. And the people who are smaller are gonna have to find a way to like I don't know like do something that even stands out more than someone my height being a point guard that's more athletic, can rebound, push the ball more, like just more athletic, and just so I think it's changing every day. So
I would agree with that, and like we talk about all the time, man, those smaller guys are going to have to be just so dominant on defense, um,
so
and be able to shoot the rock when they get the chance. So let's play a little game here. You could describe your game in 3 words. What would they be?
I would say like control, pace,
Mhm.
and hmm, melodic. That's a great word. That's a big word right there. I say those three right
Melodic.
there.
That is
Um, I think I feel like
well.
I
I,
oh
Go ahead.
I feel like I play like I always just let every like I don't really like rush the game, especially at the beginning of the game. I always like to see how defense is playing, how they're like how their defense is adjusting to it. So I always feel like I play off slow. People probably think that I probably start off a little too slow, but I always just try and read the defense, see what I have before I really start getting attacking and going.
And we talk off and on, and I've said, man, when you play at your best, when you get going, man, and like you're very very intense in those moments, So I was gonna say my three words for you were pump, fake, and dunk. My favorite thing is to sit at the other end of the gym and watch you work the perimeter, and somebody jump out at you too quick, and you pump fake and go baseline and dunk on somebody. I've seen it so many times during Johnson ball games. Uh, so let's move into uh, work ethic and development. What's a typical training day during what was your off season? What was your routine like?
I would definitely start my day off like no matter what, just in the weight room. I'll always immediately go to the weight room, and then right after the weight room, I would go to get just straight shots, nothing else but straight shots. And then right after those shots, I'll probably give probably a quick nap, something like that, rest a little bit. Then after that, I'm getting some type of like real game reps in. So like either I'm just doing some runs, or like I'm just like making reads off plays and just like working on like game situational stuff. That's like typical training, or like besides that, or I have practice. So those are a typical day for me.
So, how did you get to where you're developing into better shot selection slash better decision making?
I think that's just kind of like me just growing up, maturing with the game, realizing like the spacing of the floor and the difference from people, like how far and how my height too. Since some people are smaller, I know I can realize when I can take people to the dribble. When sometimes it's not as well to go to dribble, get to a pull up, and just when there's just too much attention on me, and just hit the open man. So I think that just really just me developing as a player, just my IQ growing.
So, let's take it a step further now. How do you distinguish when it's time for you to play more of a wing role, guard role, versus it's time to take somebody inside, finish, and rebound?
It's really just what the team needs me to do. If our team the team we're playing is smaller and our guards got it up top, they're handling it well, I can go down low and get the offense rebounds, post up, see the opposite side of the floor, get a bucket if I need to. But if our team isn't really a bigger team, more athletic, more explosive, and we're struggling handling the ball in the backcourt, then that's when I need to go back to the guard area and kind of slow down the pace, get us going, and like make the reads for our team.
What area, we're talking about development right now, but what area are you most proud of your development in over this summer?
Um, I think I think definitely it's definitely my ball handling and decision making, because I think I've grown a lot over these every year in my shooting. So that's not like I've always been proud of that, but this year specifically, my ball handling has gotten so much better, and being able to play that two guard this year is going to be very beneficial for my team this year. So I think that's the most beneficial thing and the best thing I'm proud of this year.
With your dad being a long time playing college basketball, how do you approach learning with film study versus learning from mistakes after games? Like, do y'all kind of talk through it, or how do you feel like that goes down?
Yeah, I would say at the beginning, like when I was younger, it was definitely hard because I wasn't really understanding him, and I just felt like he was just kind of almost just picking on me. But as I got older and read the game more, I started seeing what he was seeing more, and the talks really kind of helped me after the game, because especially after tournaments when you have multiple games, you can really see the adjustments on the floor that you need to make, and it would help. It would show in it instantly that you need to make those, and it would help so much. So every day I talk to my dad about just like game film, the season. So I mean, it's just great experience. I have somebody like that. So
So let me ask you this: what's it like in Johnson Gym during practice? Like,
um,
who's pushing you?
I would say who pushes me the most is definitely Ian. We definitely go at it.
I was waiting for that.
We definitely go at it back and forth. I mean, we try not to stay on the same teams because we want to be as competitive as it can. So we definitely say our team make it more competitive, and we're just carrying on with our teammates as well. I think Tim, he's getting just as good as that as well. He's pushing the pace, and I think one thing that we've grown from this year than last year is that we're making more pride of defense. And I think last year we were a great defensive team, but I think this year we know that we kind of lost a little high athleticism. So we're making it a known that we need to be better in defense. So I think every day in the gym, we're honing in on that, and the energy is always there from the JV to us. So that's where we're really growing at. But I definitely think Ian Joshua is the guy who pushed me the most.
Yeah, he's a firecracker, man. I like him.
Yeah.
Um, so you can skip this question if you want, but every guy has a rivalry game circled. So which one is Mark Anthony's game?
I have two. I think obviously
Okay.
my rival Reagan, because the gym atmosphere in that game is a totally different level. I think last year that game was totally packed out. It was a standing room, and I mean it was a great experience. I think like the whole school is talking about it. That's just a great experience. But the second one is definitely Steel, and we're gonna see them in the season later on in the season. And we got to get it back because we had a really bad showing last time. So we're definitely ready for that game. It's been circled for a minute.
Man, I tell you what, I was at one of the Johnson Reagan's games, and man, that was a fun environment. It was a fun game to be at. So I definitely have that one circled as well. Um, Johnson has size and depth. How's that going to impact? You said I was going to say how y'all are going to defend and run the floor, but you've already mentioned defense. So how's all that height and size factor in?
Well, I think this year, like our team is, like I said, completely different. I think last year we was better on a run and gun situation. We could fly around stuff like that. But I think this year our team we have way better shooters. Like we are a better shooting team than last year. So I think slowing down the offense, really running the offense and finding our open guys, that's gonna be key for us to win. And obviously playing defense. That's gonna be our two keys right there: stops, defense, and uh, open threes. We gotta hit those this year.
All right, so you've been paying attention that we're talking a lot about leadership. We're talking a lot about character, right? So when the game gets tough, what do you personally do to keep your teammates locked in?
Um, we just got I like me either for me or Ian. We have to just calm them down. It has to like either a foul, timeout. And we kind of got it from college. I mean, that's the thing we're trying to go to. So like we kind of get in a mini huddle before, and we just got to talk about what we need, like what's going on in every play, and we got to like get them calm down. Either it's our energy is low, we got to get it up. If we're not being sound on defense, not in our gaps, we got to talk about that. Or we're just not running our offense as we need to. We got to stay connected. And the one thing I say is that we are doing better at critiquing criticism. So we're taking criticism and better from me to everybody. So when your team is able to listen to what everybody's saying, no one's gonna make it y'all better in the end. So I think we're doing better at that, and that's gonna be a good thing for us in the end.
That's nice, man. At 6'8", you're gonna draw a lot of different pressures, a lot of different looks. Um, how are you and Ian preparing for that, for like outlet plays to relieve the pressure?
Um, I mean, that's just where we gotta make something happen. That's when if he has the ball, make the reads. I mean, there's gonna be times in the season where I'm gonna see some boxing ones, maybe some traps in the early top of the screen and stuff like that. So that's where our other guys are gonna have to step up and make some plays and just show what they can do too, and that they're varsity players as well. So I think while all is doing that, it's gonna open my teammates up, and I just want to see the team win. That's the biggest goal. So I think that's the yeah.
So the second part of that question, whenever you walk into the gym, obviously all eyes are going to be on you. How are you preparing to handle that pressure?
Um, I mean, I think that's just something you got to stay locked in. As soon as you walk in the gym, you got to be locked in, ready to go. From your stretch to your warm up to everything leading to the game. You can't let anything really affect it. The crowd stuff, and sometimes it's really hard, but you got to just stay locked in. Even if you don't, I have good teammates to help me refocus and relock back in. So then that's the biggest part.
You know, um, what what would you say is your leadership style? Vocal or by example?
I think this year I've definitely been a vocal leader. I've been a better vocal leader, talking on defense during practice. I'm kind of leading it more, making sure everybody understands what's going on. But I also lead by example and just I'm always there on time. I've got to be first on sprints when we're doing something. Got to like we're going hard on every drill because if I'm not doing something. at my max, then my teammates are gonna think that they can't do it at their max either. So I always gotta be on 100% everything I do.
All right. Here's a coaching question. What does being coachable mean to you?
Um, just just one, just listening to what your coach is saying, because no matter what, you got to listen to it, and it might not if it's not right, you guys still follow it because like it could be just what he's looking for in that drill or practice or game, and just always giving it your all because coaches always looking for it no matter what they're always looking for effort. So if you always have your good effort, you're a coachable kid. So that's what I think.
All right, man. So you know my big saying, it ain't for everybody. What
So
does that phrase mean to you in your journey?
that it takes work. Not everybody can sacrifice just being away from friends. Just there's a lot of times, a lot of things you'll miss. You'll miss a lot of things. So if you're really not ready for that, then you're not ready for the next level. So I think that's the biggest thing that's not for everybody. And it's just like the work it takes is that's just the biggest thing.
All right, very fair. I like that. All right, so what do you feel like is one thing you want a college coach to know about you beyond basketball?
Um, I'm a very smart kid. I think not just in the books, but like I can really just I'm a good at like every situation that makes sense. Like I can really like understand what's going on outside of like school, basketball life. So I think I'm really just a very like smart, understanding kid.
Cool, cool. You know, I always wonder. It's my favorite question. What's your go-to meal before a big game?
Ooh, Chipotle. I gotta get Chipotle meal. The bowl of burrito. Got to get that.
Yeah.
That's go to.
All right, man. When to finish this sentence, when it's all said and done, Mark Anthony will be known for.
And then put the ball in the hoop.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining in. We got Mark Anthony, 6'8", big man, big guard with a bigger personality. And I thank you for joining today, Mark.
Yes, sir. Thanks
Remember,
for having me.
everybody, it ain't for everybody.